So a couple of days ago, we had our first person to come and look at the van. Just to recap, what's wrong with the van. The valve cover is leaking. Doesn't have no AC. Needs an AC clutch, AC lines. In the videos that you see me working on the van, getting rid of the stereo, you see how I downgraded the battery. That too. Or oh yeah, needs an alignment and new tires. The guy came first. He's looking at it. Dig in the door. I don't know what that got to do with it. Dig in the door, knocking on the doors. I don't know, make sure it's solid or something. I don't know. Go to the front of the car to, start the engine. I was about to start the engine, but he's like, no, because I think he wanted to check the oil. Check the oil. I guess it was decent for him. It does need an oil change eventually. So it's not like a light, but it's not like too dark. It's not, the oil is not light, but it's not too dark. Check the oil. I guess he approved of that. He's looking all under the hood. He runs the engine. He hears the engine. I guess the engine sounds good to him. I can't really understand him because he's Spanish. He's speaking Spanish, so he's speaking to Ash's dad more. So I'm not really understanding what he's saying, but from the body language, I could tell he kind of approved of it. But this is my fatal flaw. It wasn't really nothing bad. The coolant was low in the radiator. I haven't changed. I haven't topped it off in 2 years. The coolant. So he's seen it. And he looked and he's like, the coolant is low, I guess. And then Ashton's dad comes to me, how you not check the coolant? I'm like, I don't know, I'm just driving the car, man. I know you're supposed to check those things once in a while, but I only checked it, last time I checked it was 2 years ago. That's not bad. I mean, a car is not really supposed to get it didn't lose a lot of coolant, only a little bit. But you're not supposed to really check the coolant like that, I don't believe. Just driving the car, you know what I mean? Kind of low. We had coolant, we topped up the coolant. So we do a little test drive, right? And I didn't know he was checking if it's consuming coolant, right? No, Ash's dad topped it up very, very high already in the radiator, right? So, some spilled out when he tightened the cap. He opened the radiator cap again. He's like, look, it's consuming coolant. No, I know damn well this car is not consuming coolant. I know the car. And if it was consuming coolant, you'd see white smoke coming in the back. I never had that problem, white smoke coming out the back or anything. The car probably wouldn't even run good. It would have misfires. So he's like, I don't want it. It's consuming coolant. I was like, if it was burning coolant, it would be coming out. The white smoke would be coming out the back, right? I already know the answer to the question. Yes, if it was burning coolant, most of the time white smoke would be coming out the back. He was like, no. I was like, all right. Or maybe it was just because when you drove it, the thermostat opened up and it lowered it more. And it wasn't, the coolant didn't even drop a lot. It only dropped a little bit. It's because when the radiator wasn't empty, but when it was low, most likely when he topped it up, the coolant circulated and then he needed just a little bit more of a top off. Long story short, in the beginning it looked like he was all right. He wanted the car, but something told me that he was gonna lowball anyway, because I remember I wanted 2,000, but I lowered it for him to 2,700, right? But what I did before with the listing, I did lower the listing to 2,500 because I wanted to experiment, but then I raised it back up. But I didn't know he reached out to me when it was at 2,500, and I told him, yeah, I was temporary listing it for 2,500 just to see, experiment. And see if it's the pricing why people wasn't buying it for 2,000. But I told him the real price is 2,700, the lowest. So, but he still came over here. He's like, I said I listed it for 2,500. I told him already that the real price is actually 1,700. But anyway, I already feeling he didn't really want to pay for it that much. So he was like, oh, sorry, yeah, it's consuming. I'm like, all right, bro, just get out of here. But somebody else would want to see it anyway. So yesterday, I contacted the guy that also wanted to see, because I said, wait, the first guy that I just told you just now, he wanted to come see it, and the guy was like, all right, just let me know if it's still available. I let him know. He's like, all right, when can I see it? I said tomorrow, so anytime today after 3 p.m. He still didn't see that message yet, but hopefully maybe later on today or maybe tomorrow if he sees it. I don't know. he's not like a really quick person on Facebook. Like, he doesn't respond quick or see the message quick. It takes like 8 hours at a time after I send him a message. But hopefully either today, later on today, and maybe tomorrow, he'll come and check it out and see it. Hopefully this sale goes better. I learned from the last time is, you know, make sure all the fluids are topped up. I just didn't know that the radiator is low because the van had no symptoms of overheating or anything. So I don't know. Oh yeah, that's the one thing he told me. He said, oh, when it's consuming, it can make the needle go all the way up and overheat. I said I never had any issues. I've been driving this car for like 3 years, so I never had any overheating issues. Thank God. You find that hard to believe. How you gonna not? I'm the one that drives it every day, bro. That's how you think it has 226,000 miles on it. Like, I don't know. Some people is just, I don't know. It just, something about that interaction just really ticked me off. I don't know. It's just, some people try to act like they know more about your car than you. Like, what? What's up? This is Editor Bobby here. As I'm watching the video, I realized to some people it might seem like I'm coming off a little harsh on the buyer. It's just like, I understand on Facebook people do scam and people gotta be more cautious about what they buy. But like, if you're gonna at least analyze the car, at least like kind of know what you're like kind of talking about. Because like, off that glance, like if I were doing that, I wouldn't immediately assume that the thing was consuming coolant. Like, you can see when he tightened the cap, a little bit coolant came out, like I said before. And obviously when you top off coolant, especially when the car was off, he did it when it's off, there might be maybe a little air bubble, right? And maybe it relieved itself, and that's why I needed maybe a little bit more coolant. And I would have let you test drove it one more time to see if it went down. And if he would have done that, because I checked it when I got home, I drove the van back home, he would have seen the coolant wasn't dropping, because the coolant didn't drop. The coolant is it's high now. It's actually went back up somehow. I don't know how. The coolant level went back up. Obviously, it wasn't finished circulating or something. So, you know what I mean? It's just like, at least if you're gonna be like looking at a car and then like looking what's wrong, like if there's anything potential issues, like hidden issues or whatever, at least know what you're gonna be looking for, you know? Because I could kind of tell, like, they were just like touching random things. Like, they looked like they didn't really know what they were looking at. But it's whatever. But it's just for the people that be like, damn, Bobby, you're going a little harsh on them. It's not. It's just like, I know maybe when I'm the way I'm conveying the video, like, I'm not conveying it how it was in person. Like, if you were there in person, you probably would have the same reaction as me, bro. But like, anyway, back to the rest of the video. Hopefully, like I said, hopefully later another guy's gonna come look at it. But the journey, the fight to sell this car still continues for now. Hopefully it'll come to an end soon, and then we can get another car, smaller car, so we can road trip that car later on this year. I'm excited to film that video when it comes. But if you guys enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.